Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I just wanted to take a moment to chat with you about something that relates to what you're doing, right? So, last week you were doing some research on an original general topic. But this week we're asking you to narrow your focus, to bring it down to something specific and significant. So, let me ask you a question, which is simply this: when do people want to listen to you, right? Well, I'm going to give you three answers. People want to listen to you when you have something to say that's relevant to them, that affects them in some way. People want to listen when you have something interesting to say. And people usually want to listen when you're telling them something they've never heard before. And when is it that people don't want to listen? You're telling them something, number one, you're telling them something that they already know. So their eyes glaze over and they don't pay attention because they've heard it before. Or you're telling them something that has no relevance to their lives whatsoever, and they're like, well, I don't care. Or it's just boring, right? So when in this week two assignment, you're working towards writing about a topic that is going to you're trying to persuade your audience. You're trying to get an idea and you're trying to tell your audience about it. So you have a purpose and you have an audience, your audience being your classmates. So ultimately, what you want to do, and it says this in the assignment, is you want to add to or change their thinking. And that's what you're going for here. You want to impact the audience. So again, you're trying to narrow your focus. So you want to go for something that's, a significant and specific topic. What are you going to write about? Well, what is your audience expecting to hear? Don't write about that. Think about what's going to interrupt their thinking, to interrupt them, to grab their attention and really get them thinking, because that is what you want to do ultimately, is to change people's thinking and to make them pause when you're talking about your topic and think about it and its relevance to their lives. Now, some of you get kind of frustrated in English class, when you write something and you get, a mark between 70 and 80, let's say, and you're wishing that you could push your mark to level 4 or high level 4. You want to get above 80, you want to get into the 90s. Well, this is an area where you can make a difference. What you're looking for is some fresh, original thinking. As a teacher, I want to read a paper and go, wow, that's really interesting, right? Because just, in a sense, I'm your audience as well. And just like we talked about a minute ago, if it's something you're expecting or the audience is expecting, they're going to get bored with it and not really pay attention. That's the truth. What you want to talk about is something that people haven't thought about yet. So if you can land on a topic that maybe only 20% of your class would even have thought of doing, that would be fantastic. And that's why I've said before in class, and I would say in this assignment, the thinking is really important. Before you even start to write your 250 word paper, you should be thinking deeply about what to write about, because you don't want to waste people's time. You want to actually give them something worthwhile to listen to or to hear about or to read about. So thinking is a really important step in the process that we're doing right now, they're heading towards writing the paper. Most students want to just jump into, well, what am I going to write about? What's my topic? Here's my topic. I'm going to write about this. And they just land on a topic that 90% of the class would have thought about too. And that's not interesting. So this is a real challenge. So this week, when you're thinking about narrowing your focus, you've got to challenge yourself to find that thing that's going to be interrupting people's thinking and really adding to or changing their understanding of the topic, the general topic that you've got. All right. So think that through carefully and understand it's going to take some effort on your part to come up with the topic. It's not necessarily going to be an easy thing. And perhaps as you do this assignment this week, you'll finally narrow it down to something and you'll realize you need to do a little more research. Well, that's okay. Well, I've only got 10 seconds left now, but I think I've communicated what I want, which is to find something interesting to write about. Good luck.